Well, students, we're going to go over 11.1, and that is going to be solving by graphing. So what we want to do is we're going to graph these two equations, and we're going to see where they cross. And where they cross is going to be the solution to it. So you will need to grab some type of straight edge. It could be a pen, or it could be a piece of paper. It could be a ruler, if you have anything like that, and then we'll go ahead and graph it. So what we want to do is we want to solve for y first. So we come through here. I look at this equation, 2x plus y equals 6. And so I'm going to subtract 2x from each side, and I get y is equal to 6 minus 2x. And then I go ahead and graph my y-intercept, and then my slope, and that'd be negative 2 over 1. So I go to 6, put a point. It's negative 2, down 1, 2 over 1. And you may want to do this a couple times, down 1, 2 over 1, down 1, 2 over 1. Okay, just so that you have a nice accurate line. The more accurate you are, the better it'll be for you. If your line's not very accurate, if you just try to freehand it, you're going to run into some issues. So that's the first line that we have. And then we go to the next one. And so again, we have negative x plus y equals 3. So we want to get y by itself. So we add this x. And we get y is equal to 3 plus x. Again, that's my y-intercept is 3, so I go put a point at 3. My slope is 1 over 1, so I go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and continue on. Now, what you see is that we have these two lines cross, and that's what we're interested in, this point right here. So this point is over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4. So the solution is 1, 4. What the solution means is if I plugged 1 and 4 into my equation, so let me do this right here. So if I plugged 1 in for x, I go 2 times 1 plus my y value being 4, and that should equal 6. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 plus 4 equals 6. So 6 equals 6. That is true. I do the same thing. I plug in negative 1, or negative, and then I plug in 1 from my x value. Plus, from my y value, I plug in the 4, and that should equal 3. Negative 1 plus 4 is 3. 3 equals 3. So we're not saying that they equal the same number. We're saying that that statement is true. So if I come over to this one over here, so I'm graphing this one here. So I have negative 2 is my y value. Then my slope is negative 2 over 1. So down 1, 2 over 1. Down 1, 2 over 1, and I could go the other way, up 1, 2, and over 1. So next we go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and graph it. Again, I just want to make sure this line is nice and long, because I'm not sure where it will cross. So then I go ahead and I want to graph so I want to go ahead and graph this other equation. So x plus 2y equals 2. So I want to solve for y. So I have 2y is equal to 2 minus x. Remember, we can't subtract 2 and an x. And then we divide by 2. So I have y is equal to 1 minus 1/2 x. So I graph that point, 1. And then my slope is negative 1 over 2. So down 1 over 1, 2. Down 1 over 1, 2. And then I see where they cross. And so I see that they cross at this point.
You have just heard indicates a report of an event in the building. You should await further instructions while the report is being verified.
So your solution is negative 2,
you will be instructed
2.
to follow full response plan.
Okay, so you can go through C on this one. Now, I want to show you, you're going to have some other type of ones. So we'll go through this one, right? We'll go through this one here, okay? So sometimes it won't always come out nicely. So we have negative 2. So I'm graphing this one. So my y-intercept is negative 2. My slope is up 1, 2 over 1. Up 1, 2 over 1. Up 1, 2 over 1. And I graph that line. So then I add this 2x to either side. And so I get y is equal to 2x plus 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and graph this. So I have 4, and then it goes up 1, 2 over 1. Up 1, 2 over 1. And when I graph this, what you'll notice is that these two lines don't ever cross. They're parallel. They run next to each other. So in this case, this would be no solution. Last one I want to go through. Again, we're going to solve for y here. So I add this 3x, add 3x, 3x. And so I get y is equal to negative 3 plus 3x. So we'll graph this line right here. My y-intercept is negative 3. My slope is 3. 1, 2, 3 over 1. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1. And I go ahead and I graph this. And then I go to graph this next one. And I see, okay, my y-intercept's negative 3. Hold on. And then my slope is up 3, 1, 2, 3 over 1. It's the same line. So if it's the same line, it's infinitely many solutions. So you're going to have situations where you graph and your lines cross. Where they cross, then we identify that point as an ordered pair. If they don't cross, they're parallel, we'd say no solution. And then sometimes you're going to have two lines that start off looking differently, but they're the same line. So you'd say infinitely many solutions.